Hey everyone, it's Rashni and Flickerbug is on the floor as usual, so if you hear noise, that's who it is. And we are both back with another video about micro braids. This time I'm going to talk to you guys about realistic expectations at the braid shop. Okay, so it is obviously part of the black girl experience to have had braids put in your hair at some point. If you have never had braids ever done before in your life, leave a comment down below and tell me, and then let me know why. Nowadays, it's black braid shops with the African braiders popping up all over the country, and so I just want to share with you guys some of my tips on how to survive the braid shop. First thing you need to know to survive the braid shop is before you even get to the shop. You call the shop, figure out how much the braids are, ask them if the hair is included, because sometimes it is, like it was with my braids. And also, if you're feeling really industrious, go to the braid shop, show them your hair, because oftentimes they may charge more if you have a lot of hair. Like when my hair was long, you can also check out the in-stock hair that they have to see if you like it or not. If you do not like the hair that they have in stock, oftentimes these shops are right next to or across from a beauty supply store, and you can go over there and get you some human hair that you prefer. Make sure you ask them how many bags of hair you need. Buy more than that. I would buy twice the amount. So if they say you need 2 bags and you know that you have a big head, buy 4 bags. And then when you go to the beauty supply, ask them if you can return unused bags of hair. The next tip I would give you before you go to the braid shop is make sure you plan on paying with cash. Now, oftentimes nowadays they will be able to take card and all that kind of stuff, but I take cash. And like I said, I always take more than they tell me, because they always like to spring on me. 1 minute is this amount, but oh, you have lots of hair. I use more than 2 bags. I don't let them see that I have more money. I ask them how much it is. If they ask you to pay up front, you pay up front, and then you're done. Next tip is to dress comfortably. You are going to be parked in a chair forever. This is not the time to be cute. Take your earrings off, take your necklaces off. You don't want it hooking in the hair. Something with elastic, man, a stretchy waist, comfortable jeans, flat shoes. It is just not time to be glammed from head to toe. The next tip would be along the same line. You will be sitting for hours, so you need to bring something to do. Now, I asked online while I was getting my hair braided yesterday what everybody else did, and the consensus was people use their phone. They were on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Bring headphones if you want to listen to music or YouTube, but beware the headphones might hook in the braid, so they might get in the way. You don't want anything to slow you down. A next expectation when you're at the braid shop is you are going to be sitting. Okay, it is not time for you to get up and stretch every 15 minutes. It is not time for you to be shifting in the chair. You want your braids to go quickly. So you need to practice and get in your mind that you're going to be parked in this chair for hours without barely moving. I think I stood up once just because I couldn't do it. It was like 4.5 hours. I couldn't feel my butt, and I had to get up and get some circulation moving. But beyond that, whenever the braiders would take a break, because there were 3 different women doing my hair throughout the day, whenever they would take a break or they wouldn't do anything, I would stretch, I would move, I would wriggle. You don't want to be too sedentary because you could get a blood clot, you could die or something. But beyond that, do not be that girl. Do not be moving and shaking and thing, and you make your braids take way longer than they need to. You can't get up and go to the bathroom every 7 minutes. Unless you're pregnant or something, they'll understand. But try not to drink a ridiculous amount of water before you go to the braid shop. Drink your water the day before. Bring something to sip on while you're there, but just, you know, let your bladder rest. It's like a rite of passage, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to just kind of like, you know, be there. You know, you might get 1 bathroom break, but if you're getting up every 45 minutes, they gonna get mad. They gonna start pulling on your hair and stuff. Another tip for you to have realistic expectations when you at the braid shop is you are not gonna understand what the braiders are talking about, okay? I was there yesterday. There were 4 or 5 braiders there throughout the day. They were talking a bevy of different languages. I busted in and started asking them questions. They were talking French, they were talking Wolof, they were talking Swahili. It was some other languages I can't speak. I don't know what was going on up in there. I was trying to guess what they were saying, but I don't know. I don't speak French, I speak Spanish. It's like when you go get your nails done, you know they talking about you, but you can't understand. If you were smart, what you would do is you will get that Rosetta Stone, and then when they start talking about you, you could just hit them off. Do not be afraid to talk to the braiders. Like I said, I was talking to my braiders, and some of them were more, you know, conversational than others. But the girls next to me, it was like, I don't know what is this? Maybe I'm just wrong. Y'all tell me in the comments, am I wrong? It's like people come in there, they're sitting there for hours and they don't say a word to the woman, the human being that's braiding their hair. And the chick speaks English. You hear her speaking English. I mean, who sits in their hairdresser's chair for 5, 6, 17 hours and don't say nothing to them? I'll tell you guys what, the last chick that finished up my braids, not only did I like how she did my braid, but she shared with me some stories about her children and medical issues that she had eventually, and we kind of found a bond on that. I admit, I ain't been in a shop for a minute, so this took me off guard, okay? But you need to expect the hustle man to show up. And I totally didn't even know what was going on. This dude walked in with a fresh perm. I'm talking about like a Cat Williams luxurious type stuff. This dude came in to sell his bootleg, and I kid you not, he led off with, I got that last Paul Walker. Y'all know he dead, right? Seriously? So anyway, he then proceeds to try to sell us everything from Beyonce to Jay-Z. This sucker had Yolanda Adams. This sucker had Wesley Snipes. He had everything packaged up with photocopied stuff around the cases. So expect the hustle man. And if you're a person that likes to get your bootleg on, make sure you bring cash. Know exactly what they're going to put on your hair during and after the braiding. They would put like a grease-like product on my hair right before they did each braid, and I was fine with it. It was a very light grease. Typically when they are finished doing human hair micro braid, they take a whole bunch of mousse and they slather it all into your hair. I think it's their way of trying to get the braids to stick and not slip, but I never let them put that mousse in my hair because to me that's just a whole bunch more product buildup that I'm going to have to deal with in the upcoming weeks. The next step that they typically do is they take some oil sheen and they spray it all in the root and base of your hair. I'm usually fine with the oil sheen. I just get a light spraying from them. And then the last thing that they want to do always is to pull your braids back into a ponytail. I never let them do that. I always leave the shop with my hair just like you see it, which I call affectionately the puppy dog, and I leave it like this for like 3 to 4 days after I get my braids before I even attempt to move my braids back. The reason being is your hairline is delicate, and when they first put the braids in, they should not be super tight to the point that your head is hurting, which mine are not, but you definitely don't want to just pull them back. I mean, the braider even asked me if I wanted her to cut this little fuzz right here. Ma'am, cease and desist and step away from my hairline, okay? All right, you guys. Those are all the tips I have to help you survive your braid shop experience. I used to live in braid shops like a decade ago, but I haven't been in probably like 3, 4, 5 years. But I was prepped and ready, okay? I have my snacks, I have my water, I have my comfortable clothes on. Leave a comment down below and let me know if I forgot anything. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put out videos at least once a week, sometimes more. I'm definitely gonna do a few more videos about these braids. I actually did one about how to prep your braids before you even go to the braid shop. So check that out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all. Mister, you don't see me over here making a video? Oh, what you doing, man? Back up! Back up! Back up!